Hello, what's happening? How are we doing today on Friday Eve? Friday Eve. This week went fast, probably because I wasn't working 2 days of this week. And thank you for allowing me the day off yesterday and the 2 days prior. I appreciate that. Um, has it really been that long since I vlogged? It's crazy. So, and I appreciate anybody that views this. May I be so bold to say that to you? Like sometimes I look and I see that I had 3 views and 5 views and 2 views. I'm happy if anybody views it. So thank you. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me that you would care to even think that you want to hear what I have to say, because today will be a doozy. So I'm just going to tell the story, and wouldn't it be so great if the person that I might be referring to watches this one day, but I doubt it. So I took a few days off, birthday, wedding, New York, anniversary, enjoyed some quality time with my hubby and some family in New York and friends, and had a blast. And because we were supposed to be in Puerto Rico celebrating our anniversary together, Rob and myself, and covering the Waldorf Astoria's wellness avenues for this wonderful magazine, DuPont Registry. My first press tour was going to happen, but the horrible Hurricane Maria hit, and those poor people. So I don't care that I didn't go to Puerto Rico. I'm bringing that up just to say I decided to take yesterday off because that was going to be my vacation up until Wednesday. And I took a me day, and I booked a massage, and it was really nice. And then the day before, so when I came back, actually, that's right, I worked Monday and Tuesday. No, Tuesday? I don't even know what day it is. Anyway, I worked Tuesday. Yes, I did. It's from 7 a.m. until the nighttime. And then I took off Wednesday. That's what happened. I thought I had talked to you this week. I thought so. All right, so what happened was I'm recruiting for a client out of state. And I've been with this client for 2 years. Adore her. She's an amazing physician, and I was hiring for her. And I'm very particular about all of my clients and who I bring to them. As a matter of fact, 5:45, it's 5:44 right now. I have somebody interviewing at a dentist office, a client of mine, for an office manager job, and I'm hoping that goes well. And she was great, so I hope so. But it's really, really hard to find great people. It's even harder to find people that are accountable. Accountability is a big thing. You know, it's really, really hard to find loyal, flexible, accountable people that are willing to take constructive criticism, because you need a lot of that in the medical industry, especially in every industry. But the best employees are the ones that really can take direction, constructive criticism, and are flexible and are willing to learn, right? So I get this woman who I thought was really amazing, unheard of in this type of position. So I was very excited about her. And she was going to travel to this place and move there. And she didn't know the cost of living. I assume for this big city, major metropolitan city, that everybody knows is it's one of the most expensive places to live. Yeah, that's enough about that. But so we had worked out a deal, and I had gotten my client up to a number I felt that she deserved. I said, this isn't somebody that you negotiate with. You give them what they want, because she was a gem, a diamond in the rough. So, yeah. And then I worked all the details out. She had been calling me on Tuesday. It's all coming back to me now. I couldn't talk to her because I was working with clients. I never answer the phone when I'm working with clients, and that never happens. I asked her to email me any questions she might have, because I knew that she had interviewed with my client on the same day or the day before. So she sent me a long email very late at night. And with all of these different nuances, and we had already agreed upon the rate, benefits, the start date, the hours, and I was ready to go. You know, it was a sure thing that my client was going to like her because I know her very well, my client. I've been working with her for a long time. So anyway, it just didn't go as planned. And the emails got a little out of control. And I had told her that I was taking one day off. I took one me day off, but she kept emailing me. And didn't seem to care because it was all about her, and I get that. She needs a job. But she's not paying me. My client is. So what happened was she took it upon herself to show up. These are helpful hints for people that are interviewing. And if you're interviewing somebody for a job, these signs are exactly that. They are signs. So my accountability right here, right now, I will say to you that I said to my client this morning on the phone was a lesson learned for myself. I had this little thing going off in my gut that said, you know, she kind of talks a lot. She doesn't listen very well. I couldn't get a word in a few times, so much so that I had to tell her that. I had to tell her that I'm going to need her to listen, because that my client would be observing the fact that she wasn't listening as much as she was talking. And because she's a doctor, she'll be thinking about you seeing the patients, and she'll be wondering, is she going to listen to my patients when they talk to her? Okay, so that's what happened. It was a lot of back and forth. She didn't really understand that there was going to be this cost of living and this cost of living, and she was going to need more money, and she was going to need a few more days for the start date, and everything changed. And I had already made an agreement with her. So the last email she sent to me, she said that it was in the verbal agreement, and she would be starting on a certain date. And no, the emails kept going. And I say this to you because there was absolutely no accountability, or there was no way she was going to admit that she was wrong. So what she did, which was comical, is she called my client's office, and she said she was signing off on a lease and that she would be starting on this start date. After she had read my email, and of course I blind copied my client, so my client knew too. Duh. What am I going to do with these people? I really just don't know. And just when I think sometimes that I have found somebody great, like a diamond in the rough, you got to sit back and you have to listen to all of those little tiny signs that I know so well, and don't deny them, because those little signs are a gateway to more. And I found out really quickly that she was a little bit off in terms of making good decisions. And I told my client, under no circumstance does she engage if she calls or shows up, that we're done. Offers off the table. And if I get a letter from a certain profession or ESQ, I will deal with it then. She has no leg to stand on, because I like a good paper trail. And that's another thing. Sometimes these conversations aren't good, but a paper trail is great. And I always keep one. I learned in New York, CYA, and you can figure out what that means. It starts with cover. The second word is your. So those are my CYA papers that I keep very close and I don't delete. Okay, so being accountable, and yes, more interviewing. And it's the more I put it out there that I don't love recruiting, I'm good at it. I'm good at placing people. There's a lot of people that I've placed that are still in their positions, and I don't charge the amount that a lot of recruiters charge, but I understand why they charge it. I charge a flat rate because it's a very taxing job, and it's very difficult to find the right people. The right people are a rare breed. So in this world of High One Viewer, interviewing, hiring, recruiting, just be accountable. You have to be accountable for your own actions. I was so excited actually to admit to my client this morning on the phone that I should have followed my gut when she talked too much. I should have. But I thought, she might have just been nervous. But I knew the truth. I was pushing down the truth. I was denying it to myself. So with that, my day of me turned into a day of her. That's okay. I had a great day today and a great client day, and recruiting is going on, interviewing is going on all the time. But if you are looking for a job or looking to hire somebody, know that it's one of the most important things that you will do in your business, and you got to make sure you have good people around you. You really do. So thanks for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow. Ciao.